Namaste, my wonderful Leo friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Celine. I'm a counseling psychologist, a hypnotherapist, and an intuitive tarot reader. I blend both spiritual insight and psychological interpretation in my readings. Now, today you're not here by chance because the Spirit has something important to reveal to you this week. So let's begin by clearing this space and releasing all the negative energies. Okay, so now I'm going to invite your spirit guides, your higher self, and your ancestors to be present in this reading. Now, the sound may be a little loud for some of you, so please turn down the volume. Okay, so let's begin. So I'm going to start the reading by pulling a card from the ocean guidance. Okay, so this is a guide from the ocean protector. So let's see what message or a card that. Okay, so you have two cards that fell that wants to speak to you today. All right, so you have Sea Witch's Lyre and Manda Race. So let's read each of them and see what message they would like to tell you. Now, the Sea Witch's Lair, all right, not liar, it's a lair, all right. Confront the shadow within and let the alchemy of your soul transform darkness into light. So they want you to confront your shadows. Okay, so I don't know what shadows that you might be, hiding and not letting it out. This is the time, or this is the week. The guides wants you to overcome and confront the shadows so that your soul can be transformed from the darkness. Okay, so let's read that one more time. Confront the shadows within and let the alchemy of your soul transform darkness into light. Okay, so they also have another one which is called the Manda Race. So find serenity in graceful movement and let life's currents carry you to new heights. All right, so let's read that again. Find serenity in graceful movement and let life's currents carry you to new heights. So once you overcome or confront the shadows and your soul is transformed into the light, all right, you will be able to move, very gracefully in, into a higher heights, okay, and into a new heights, into a higher heights. All right, so looks like you need to work on your shadows first before you go on into your new heights. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just put these two cards here. All right, and I'm going to see what message your tarot has for you so we can get a better understanding what this message is trying to say. So my wonderful angels, what message you have for my Leo? Okay, they told me to stop and they want me to take this card. Okay, and then this card and this card. Okay, so let's see what cards come for you. Beautiful. Okay, so you have Two of Pentacles. There's going to be some kind of a abundance, but at the same time, I feel there's some choices that you need to make. Probably if you are able to work on your shadows, you might be able to come with it. And then you also have the King of Wands. There is a power within. Okay, and then you have Four of Cups, which is a kind of emotions. So you have a earth sign, which is your uh okay, hang on. Earth is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And you have the wands, which is the fire, which is the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And you have the cups, which is the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okay, so we are going to deep dive and look into what this cards has for you, what messages they are waiting to tell you. Okay, so we'll come back and revisit them in a little bit. Okay, my wonderful Leo friends, before I begin, please remember this is a collective reading. So take only what resonates and leave the rest. Also, it'll be great if you can help me grow my channel by liking it, subscribing it, and by sharing the videos. So let's begin. Now, when I look into your Two of Pentacles, all right, now two is all about balancing, all right, or some choices that you might have to make right now. Now, I can sense that some of you might be doing a lot of multitasking, either because, your work requires it, or your family is, want you to do that. And because of that, I feel that you are everywhere and you are not being grounded. Okay. Seems like I feel like you need to focus on what you want, and you might want to, go with what your heart desires. Okay. Probably you might want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Prioritize. Yes. Prioritize your work, delegate it to people if you can. And also, if you are, it looks like you're juggling a lot of things, at work. Okay. It seems like work is coming up more for me. Okay. So the angels are telling me there's too many things you're holding at your work for. So you are everywhere, and because of that, your emotions are not in balance. Okay, you are piling up a lot of unhappiness. All right, and you're not working through it because you're just keep on working, keep on working, keep on working, and you're not, learning how to deal with it. Probably that is why, the sea ocean, the ocean guide wants you to confront the shadows that you have, okay, and transform, come out of the light. You seems to be like hiding, underneath, and you are hiding it, and your reason is because you don't want to face it, and that's what you're multitasking. You're putting too many on your plate, and you are going to burn out, my wonderful Leo friends. Okay, you may burn out. So please, try to, delegate. It's okay to multitask, but at sometimes you might want to know, what are you going at? Is it something that it is close to your heart? Is it your business, or is it, something that someone is asking you to do? Even if it's business, I'm a businesswoman myself. I have my own private practice that I do, but that doesn't mean that I am going full force. See, I'm also taking time off to do tarot reading. I work in the prisons. I have my own clients, and then I'm doing this, as part of what I want. So you just need to, delegate yourself, and not, I'm actually doing multitasking, but I'm not going full force in it. I'm just taking, steps. I have my timetable, and I follow my timetable. I also ensure that I have my, me time in my week. All right, so these are some of the things that probably, you are hiding, behind the shadows. You might want to, pull out the blanket and, confront the demon or the shadows that you be piling up. Okay, because in the long run, I see, my wonderful Leo friends, it's not going to be healthy. All right, now the king, all right, is very adaptable. The king is full of authority. Look at the lion behind you. Leo are the lion. Okay, You are the strength. You are the, the fierce one. Okay. You might want to come out. You are by nature, desire to shine your own light, right? My wonderful Leo, you like to shine. Now, if you are the one who like to shine, and if you are hiding beyond, okay, behind the shadows, you are not being, authentic as what you are. I know by nature, my wonderful Leos, you like to be at the center of attraction, so you might be doing a lot of things, but you are failing to realize that you might not really looking into what you need to do. All right, so that is why they ask you to confront the shadows, and they want you, so that you can move with the flow, to a better heights, in a new heights, in a more higher, something that you value. Okay. Now, by nature, not only you are a leader, okay, you're also a visionary. Okay, a king is a visionary. All right, a king like to see not current moment. They, any king will, it was running the kingdom, would like to see far beyond, and that's where they do the planning. So you need to visualize what you want in your multitasking. Maybe you're multitasking because you just want to do, you want to shine. It's okay to shine. All right, it's perfectly okay to shine, but you need to know, why are you shining? Even the sun, it doesn't shine 24 hours, right? It only shines for 12 hours, and then the moon takes over the next 12 hours, right? So similarly, you need to balance. Okay, prioritize. I know you are very optimistic with your life, okay, but you need to slow down a little, right? Now, the four, you need, it's stable. The number four is very stable, is very structured. So if you are going to be in this, king's, stage right now, you need to stabilize. All right. Now, cups is a lot of emotions. Okay, it's water. It linked with a lot of feelings. I know you might be a very loving person, because also by nature, my wonderful Leo friends, you value love. You really, want to feel valued. You want to be feel loved. This is you. Okay, this is you. Nothing's going to take that away from you. But can you see, all right, there is going to be a lot of emotional detachment if you are going to keep going the way you're going without putting a stand. You need to ground yourself. Okay, you really need to ground yourself. And because when you're going without a focus, very soon you're going to lack interest. You're going to be very dissatisfied with what are you going to do. And then, like this girl, okay, you're going to look and you're going to stare and say, okay, what am I doing here? You will come end up here. All right. So this week you might want to refocus, prioritize what you really need to work on, what you really need, would like to do with your heart. Okay. Go with your passion. All right, red, the color, go with your passion. The red is passion. Go with what you want. Don't worry about other people. You are the king of your own kingdom. You're a king of your life. Okay, it's you, it's your life. Don't worry about other things. And once you're able to sort that out, you'll be able to figure out, okay, what you want to do. If not, you're going to be very dissatisfied with, in the near future, right? So I am looking at probably in 4 weeks to 4 months, you're going to be very discontented with your life. Okay. So try to see, what you can take and what you can give. It's okay, you don't, and see it this week. If you got the time, try to confront the shadows. What shadows do you have? Are you afraid that people don't love you? Are you afraid that, people don't value you? They don't see you as you are you afraid that you will not be shining? My wonderful Leo friends, you are a Leo. You will shine no matter what, because that's you. Okay, you go to any place and you roar. Okay, because you are the lion symbol. So don't worry too much. Work on your shadows. Whatever it is, fear, guilt, feeling lost, and feeling that you're not up to the mark. All right, don't worry about that. Everything is going to be fine. Okay, just work on your passion and not worry about too much into the future. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a card and see what are the things that you might need to probably surrender this week, so that you will not come to this stage. Okay, I just want to take this. Surrender to unhealthy relationship. Probably that is something that I feel, okay, that you might need to work on your shadows. Okay, because having in an unhealthy relationship, not necessarily it has to be a love relationship. It can be a relationship towards your work, your career. And that's what I've been picking up quite a bit, from the beginning, a choice that you might want to make. Okay. 2 is all about making a choice, coming into balance, right? So you might want to think whether are you in the healthy um, work relationship, or even, business partner, maybe. All right, are you with the right business partner? So let's see what this card is trying to tell. Okay, now let go of relationship that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Okay, let's read that again. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. So I'm not sure, but what I'm picking up very greatly is you are in a very unhealthy work environment that you might want to work on. Okay, I don't know what it is. You might want to work on that. So once you're able to work on that healthy relationship, prioritize what you want. Okay, and tell yourself, this is what I want. Be brave. Okay, my wonderful Leo friends, be brave. You have the lion next to you. You are the lion in the zodiac, right? Sign. So once you're able to do that, then you will be completely content with what you want. If not, there will be dissatisfaction. Okay, and very soon you're going to be so bored with your life because you are always, spending so much of your time in a very unhealthy relationship that you're going to be so worn out. Okay, you're going to be so worn out. You will not have this fire in you. Okay, so this card is actually telling you what you need to know, my wonderful Leo friend. So, if you are here, means I'm pretty sure that is why you're watching it. So think about what you want to do. Okay, try to work on it. Now, take a time, take a breather, and see, this week, what would you want to do? And then maybe you come back again next week and see, how you have transformed, or what else that you need to work on. Now I also going to pull out a angel message. Probably you can also call upon this angel that you can work with and see what you want to work with. Okay, you have Astara. Okay, you have Astara. Let's see what she is trying to tell you. You deserve the best, of course. There you go. You are not always going to be in unhealthy relationship. That is why you need, the angels wants you, to work on your shadows so that, you can come to new heights. All right. So you deserve the best. Reach out, reach for the stars with your dreams and desires, and don't compromise. Okay, I love that. Okay, I'm going to read that again. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise, okay? Because you are probably too sweet, as I already mentioned, okay? By nature, you need to be, you need to feel loved, you need to be feel valued. So you will do anything to compromise. Now, my wonderful Leo friends, that's not alive, okay? You don't, you need to stand firmly. See the wand. Okay, I'm pretty sure it is on the ground. Okay, you are everywhere. You need to ground yourself. Okay, and don't compromise. You can compromise maybe 1 out of 10, maybe 2 out of 10, but not 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10 if there is. Okay, so reach for the stars, manifest. You are a very good manifester, my wonderful Leo friends. Okay, so yeah, you're a very good manifester. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull a charm for you, okay, and see what other charms, okay, that's there. So I got a butterfly. Okay, it says something dropped, but I'm not going to take that because I don't take anything that drops. Okay, so where is mine? Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm going to put this here so you can see that beautifully. Okay, butterfly. What does butterfly symbolizes? Yes, rebirth. All right, transformation, personal growth. Okay, you need to come out of your cocoon and you are going to transform. Enough is enough, my wonderful Leo friends. Okay, time for you to buckle up and see things. Now carry this butterfly symbol with you if you can, because the butterfly usually wards away negative energy. All right, and silver is a feminine energy, so work on your feminine, because by nature, my Leo, you are a very masculine energy. So you may want to work on your ego. Probably that is one of your shadows that you might work on. Work on your ego. All right. Try to, uh, calm yourself, try to ground yourself and see, okay, what you need to work on. All right, now you can always come back next week to see how you're progressing, because this reading is only for this week whenever you're watching, right? So my wonderful Leo friends, this is your reading and I truly hope you have enjoyed it. Now the summary of this reading is posted at the end of this video, so please take a moment to reflect on it. If this reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comment section below, because your insight might help others on their journey. So, until the next reading, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Bye.